They got our chicken there. Oh, this chicken. There you go. Thanks, Chief. All right.
All right. Well, hello. Welcome, everyone that's in here. It is good to see you all. And for anyone that may be watching later or new, my name is Matt here with Grafton Branch Homestead, where we are here on our slightly under a quarter-acre urban homestead. And we are doing the things now, developing skills and striving towards self-sufficiency and all that good stuff. 5x5, that's what I was going to ask. Thank you very much, Mr. Landfill. Appreciate that. So hello, everyone that is in here. Let's see. So far, we got Mr. Landfill. Good to see you. Hope you're staying warm. I hope everyone's staying warm. That weather is absolutely crazy, that polar vortex. Let's see. We got Kelly in here. Was popping in to say hi. Awesome. Renegade, good to see you. Hello, Buster. And then Ed was popping in. I don't know if he's still in here. Spending time with the wife, watching anime. Okay, very cool. So we did a little bit of... I did some spending time with wife this evening. Let's see. Hope everyone is staying warm. Yep. All right. Saying hello. Hello, Andy. Good to see you. Hey, Nikki's in here. Short Pickings Quail. Hello. So cool. Got a couple people in here. So tonight is Saturday night live stream, Urban Chat with Matt. Tonight's isn't quite as structured. Kind of running into it. We had a very full day and actually coming from a date night I had with my wife. So that was awesome. So tonight, my plan is kind of just to recap on the week and what's going on. I am going to be making another deodorant because I am out here of mine already. So on our little Kick in the Chemicals segment there, we'll be making some more deodorant. And then I want to talk a little bit about some of the other things I've been doing, natural DIYs. And one of them I've decided kind of to stop using. And so I'll talk about that a little bit too. But first, yeah, I hope everyone's doing okay. I hope you guys are staying warm. A lot of the country's getting that huge polar vortex. So here we were expecting a blizzard, and a New Mexico blizzard. And it can get very cold here, and depending on the areas you're in, if you're in the mountains or wherever, it can get very cold and snow a lot. This year hasn't showed that. We got our polar vortex the other day, or part of that storm, and I think it got down. It may have gotten down to the single digits, maybe not quite that much. Right now we're sitting about 20 degrees at night and about 40 in the day, so not too bad here. This year's actually been a lot warmer than anticipated, I guess. We've had a few days, but really not a lot of snow, not a lot of all that. So I hope you guys are doing okay there. Is anyone frozen? You guys staying warm? Not in here right now, but I saw there's another YouTuber I follow. I think she's in Idaho, and they're in the negatives. I know I've seen some of the country negative like 20 and more. Really, really cold. Hey, Gidros. So I'm assuming probably Christina in there. Oh, and Aaron. Good evening. Good to see you guys. Awesome. Well, thanks for stopping in. You feel frozen. So it's not too bad here. I can't complain. Actually, I was going to do a segment tonight from the Quail Shack and talk about, the weather and cold with the birds and stuff a little bit more, even though I've done that some. And I decided, I'm not going to do that because it's not cold enough here. I think it's like 20 degrees. So it's cold enough to have to get out, break the ice, and do all that for the chickens and all, but not too cold. You wish you had snow. Yeah, I mean, if it's going to be cold, at least it could snow, right? Yeah. And so we don't really have any snow either. Nothing on the ground, just cold. And maybe this year it's not quite so bad because I'm a little more prepared too. I have that Quail Shack, which I love my Quail Shack. I really do. It's not very well insulated and anything like that. It's still a little drafty and all, but I can do my best. But just the warmth from the birds in there and the one Silky in there keeps all the water unfrozen. I haven't had any problems in that Quail Shack. So that's been great. I've also been using it as a staging area to go in there. I have a bunch of water in there and the food and get everything ready and then give it to the other birds, the chickens and all. So that's been awesome being ahead. Cool. And everyone's just saying hello. So today's been a full day. I know a lot of you guys, I'm saying hello again. So this morning, I don't think Verna's in here, no. But this morning in Verna's live stream, Gidro's Farm was in there, Christina was in there, and I think Aaron's doing this Wednesday night, I believe. We'll be talking about animals, but that was a ton of fun. I really enjoyed that. I really like what they have going on. The Gidro's Family Farms has going on there, so listening to them chat and talk was a lot of fun this morning. Oh, okay, wow. Yeah, so that's what I was talking about. Wind chill at negative 21 right now. But hey, my brother in Iowa got blizzard stuff. Jeez, yeah, some of the country's getting hammered. I can't complain here in New Mexico. So I decided not to do the weather stuff. So winter, sometimes we'll get a good winter, but this year it just seemed to kind of skip us for the most part. Zach is on Wednesday. You're on next Wednesday. Yep. Cool. Yeah. So that'll be a lot of fun. I'm excited to hear about that and about how your GoFundMe's going there for the goats, right, Aaron? So anyone in here that wasn't in Verna's, there is a GoFundMe out there to get Aaron some goats. So we can head over there. So anyways, that was a whole lot of fun. And then Christina talking. It was neat to hear them talk about a few things I didn't know and stuff. And so that was a lot of fun. I was telling my wife about too how when you Aaron pulled out the tallow and the lard and the other things that were right there on the counter ready for use, and then all your seed cabinet and all. And so sometimes I think we have a seed problem maybe, and I know we don't because we're buying a lot, but it's cool to see other people excited about that too. So we did that. Then let's see, after Verna's stream, I hopped off and me and my wife did a deep clean of our freezers. So we've kind of been on the Homestead on the decluttering organization kick, getting ourselves staged really for 2024 to be prepared to succeed, hopefully. Oh, cool. Spice of Life's in here reminding us to like and subscribe. Yep. And so last year, we had a lot of issues with our garden. The volunteer ones did good. We did have some produce, but and then a lot of herbs, but it wasn't quite so good. So this year we're going at it with purpose. I don't know if you can see, getting my seed cart. So there's one. Woo, it's bright. So we're going to be doing 2 of these and getting those set up for our seed starts. Now, some of the seeds we're going to be starting right away, probably tomorrow or Monday, is going to be the loofah seeds. And that was thanks to Christina's advice there. No, you weren't. You really weren't. I feel that way all the time. These live streams, I get so nervous before I hop on, and I almost want to cancel every week. And I feel like a hot mess. You absolutely were not. It was a pleasure. And I know they were laughing about the Cajun accent and all. I really enjoy it a lot. I like watching your videos and all, and I think it just adds a lot to it. So no, you were great. If you guys didn't see, go check out Verna's live stream from this morning. I think she was actually Guidro's Family Farms was streaming it on theirs as well, so you can check it out through their channel too. But that was a fun chat this morning. So we went from that into cleaning out our freezers. So we got into our deep freezer, our long-term chest freezer. That one has a lot of the proteins and all, and dug through that. And we were doing our rotation, getting older stuff out front, putting newer stuff in, kind of taking stock of what we have and what we need. Found out about half of the chest freezers full of green chili. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with it, but we absolutely love green chili. We thought we were out. And so we get the roasted green chili and put that away, eat that with about everything. Yeah, she did. I thought so. Excuse me. So we went through, we did that. That's kind of cool. And that went in conjunction with, actually, I'm going to be pulling up a website here, but just a sec. Let me go to our... So my wife has been doing a challenge, and she might drop in what I think it's Riverside challenge, or she can drop that in there. But she's been doing a pantry challenge along with some other people where she tries to make meals just from the pantry, and that we're going through. And the idea is to, one, to build that skill up, but also to go through, start clearing out and reorganizing the pantry for this next year. So she's been doing that quite a bit. So I'm going to screen share actually and check out some of our other media. So my wife does our other media. I do some of the Facebook and the YouTube, and I'm not very good with posting and checking other people's posts. I just get so busy, but she does some of our other media. So I wanted to go and check that out real quick here. So let's see, can you see? Yep. So this is, first of all, this is our website. It looks a little bit different. My wife had redone it. So our website was broken. I guess the link had been broken for probably several weeks, and so no one was able to purchase. So we got that fixed. She got it fixed for me, so thank you, babe. Anyways, when we come over here, I think it should still be on here. Oh, that's part of what went away. Okay, maybe it's not. Well, I don't even know the links then. Okay, let me check. All right, well, it's not on here. So we had our links on here for our TikTok and Instagram and all that good stuff, where she's been posting a lot of the videos of the pantry challenge and the meals we've been cooking and eating. And that's been great. And I don't know that off the top of my head. I was going to click the links. So that's something else I guess I got to get fixed on the website over here. But let me see. Maybe it's under contact us. Nope. Okay. That's something that got dropped off. All right. Well, I can't pull that up right now, so we'll hop back over here. The Three Rivers Homestead. Okay, so that's the challenge we've been doing. Well, I was going to pull up some of those videos from our other social media, but I'm not able to do that right now. I guess I still got some fixing to do on the website that's not working. What is the TikTok? Okay, hey, I got my wife in here. So, babe, you got to help me out. These other people do a lot of the TikTok and Instagram, and I can't figure it out. Oh, okay. There we go. Well, hopefully that works. See, I know my wife's a moderator now. I don't think Verna's not in here, so okay. Yeah, so you can follow us there. We go by a couple names. We've had a little journey. So we're Spicy Peach Farms, Spice of Life Family, Grafted Branch Homestead. We got a couple different names. So she does a lot of the TikTok videos and the Instagram, and that was a lot of fun. So you guys will have to check it out there. Try and follow us there. I didn't get the video description for tonight posted up. We were on a date and so I'll get that posted with the recipe and all the good stuff on there, and then our Instagram and TikTok links too. For anyone watching in replay, we'll get that up later here. But yeah, okay, so we did that and cleaned out the fridges. I then hopped on for a little bit over with Sew and Tear with Katrina, and so with Katrina's kits, and so I'm part of that, and so she does a membership thing, and I believe it's monthly, but they do a kind of a cooking together, and so that was a ton of fun. So I got to hop on with her, and PJ was in there, and so we cooked. We made now they did a a pear butter ricotta stuffed ravioli. I didn't have pear butter, so I used some apple butter, and then we did a garlic Parmesan cream sauce, and it was so good. And I won't give everything away, but hopped on there, cooked it with them, and now they were both on camera. I was not during that. It was a mess, but it was fun. So I look forward to doing more of that. It was a huge fun. So I do suggest you check out her channel over there as well. Let's see. So that one of the next challenges, and tonight's stream really isn't going to be too long. I didn't have a whole lot planned because we're coming from date night. And so I just wanted to do a few things and make my, oh, hey, yeah, thanks for following, make my deodorant, and then we'll probably end up hopping off. But so we're going to be doing, she wants to start another challenge coming up here soon, and that's going to be a quail cooking challenge. And so once a week, she is going to cook a new quail dish, which is awesome. I'm really excited for that. Sometimes we don't cook enough of the quail. I need to call a lot more and a lot more often. So getting that process rolling. And then she wants to record those videos. And so we should have a lot of that out. That should be really cool with the quail cooking challenge. We've been doing community shout outs. That I'm still a little bit on pause. I just want to be collected for that and be able to present that a little bit better. And so I need to stop saying so maybe next week, hopefully next week, that's the goal, if not the other one. But we will get back onto our community shout outs challenge. Right now we're going to be doing some cooking with J Mary last one, and then moving on from there. So I haven't gotten any new seeds in yet either this week. I don't have that to show. We're going to be starting the loofah seeds, the fig seeds, and the trifoliate citrus seeds first. Now, my zone, we're in 7A, 7B, and so, oh, okay, you keep selling them. Hey, that's not a bad problem. We don't need a lot of chicken eggs because I can't keep those. We just sell so many of those. And so, yeah. No, I lost my train of thought. Oh, yeah. And so we're zone 7A, 7B. So we're going to be starting our seed starts. Most of them will be started about February 1st or so. So I wasn't able to purchase the few things to make up the soil. We were going to do that tomorrow with Farmer Casey. Had some glitches. That's all right. I do like to make my own seed start mix. I think it's a lot better than the ones you buy. So I'll be doing that and showing that and doing the recipe again. We did it last year, but we'll get that going again and get those seed starts real soon. And kind of want to include you guys with that. And so me and Farmer Casey and we'll be doing that and hopefully including you guys. So nothing's starting quite yet, but that's going to be coming up. So I am coming right from, I did the cooking with Katrina there, and that was a ton of fun, and got kind of a little bit full on that. And so then me and my wife rarely get date nights. I mean, I don't even remember the last time we went just us out to eat or on a date. And so we got the opportunity tonight, and we took that, and it was a ton of fun. And it's been so long, I forgot how busy restaurants get, and I didn't make reservations or anything. So I wanted to go to a nice, a nice restaurant, steakhouse or something like that. So we went to our nice steakhouse restaurant, and it was busy. So we checked out a couple places, real expensive places that were absolutely packed. We weren't able to get on in. But there's a little place right up here just off Route 66 that we love. It's a little mom and pop hole in the wall steakhouse place. And so we decided to go there, and I absolutely enjoyed it. Nice and quiet, wasn't really busy. So I got to talk with my wife and enjoy that. Had fantastic food. She had a good steak. I got some chicken fried steak. And then of course I believe he's the owner, but he's the cook too. Came out and was real excited because he had cut of meat and was cooking it, and it was going to take a few extra minutes, but he was excited about it. So that always excites me when the cook is passionate. And so it was delicious. It was a lot of fun. So I'm not quite as prepared as that's what today held, but I do have one thing. And so we're going to make mouthwash and a second round of deodorant. So the first round of deodorant I had made, I actually loved. At first, I wasn't so sure. It really smelled like coconut, and I wasn't sure how well it was going to work, but it worked really well. I do like it. No one seemed to notice any issues. I asked a few people, and they didn't. And the coconut smell kind of subsided a little bit. So with this one, I was originally going to put it in the little sticks, and that didn't work quite so well. This one melts just pretty easily. And so I ended up just scooping it out and using it as a deodorant like that. I do want to make one that can go in the sticks for easily apply. So today, this was I think 4 ingredient. Let's see, it was arrowroot, coconut oil, baking soda, and essential oils. So 4 ingredients. That worked really well. Today, I'm going to do one that's a little bit more complex, and I'll talk a little bit about it. I do want to mention, though, and we're going to be doing another mouthwash too, but last week, I had made a toothpaste. I really like it. I think it really whitens my teeth. My mouth really hasn't felt cleaner. However, with that, I have decided to pause a little bit, and I was doing a lot more research on the toothpaste, and I came across a lot of people do it, love the natural. A lot of people absolutely do not. And so there's a couple concerns I have. And with something like my teeth, I do have some issues there. So I definitely want the cavity prevention and some other stuff. So the natural ones don't have fluoride, don't have some of those others. Now I am trying to get away from chemicals, but there's a few things I think I might need. I'm not so sure. So with the toothpaste, I've really just paused it. What I've gone to is every 2 days, I'm doing the one I made, the natural one, and then I'm just using a regular toothpaste those other 2 days. I'm going to research that a little bit more, figure out exactly what I need. Some of what I came across was that the baking soda, when you use it a couple times a day or every day, it can wear away at the enamel and be abrasive and lead to cavities. So that's something that I need to research a little more, maybe concerns me a little bit. And then missing the fluoride and those other things. I know I don't want fluoride in my water, but in my toothpaste, I might. Yes, so I did. Thank you very much. Yeah, so the tubes would be great. The application that I had it with the little spoon wasn't going to work. And in the bathroom, it's just too cold, so it gets way too solid. Now, Andy, do you make your own toothpaste? I don't know if you guys do that. That's one I'm going to have to do a little more research on. Yeah. And excuse me, I would much rather give my money to a little mom and pop place than a big chain. The food was excellent, absolutely excellent. The place is never too busy. It's called Western View. If you guys are ever in New Mexico going through Route 66, stop at Western View. Absolutely delicious. Right there under the neon 66 sign. But yeah. So the toothpaste I'm going to hold. I'm going to do a little more research. No, you don't. Okay. I'm going to do a little more research on that and try and figure that out a little bit more. The mouthwash, though, I love. It's real simple. It works really well. I'm going to do that again, and we need to make some more. So I am going to make that tonight and include a secret ingredient that was suggested by Verna, actually, there. And so I'm going to go ahead and pop the camera over, and we're going to hop right into making the deodorant first, and then the mouthwash, and then we'll come back to chat. So it looks like we got 9-10 people in here on and off. Tonight, I know my time's fluctuating around a little bit, and that might be kind of a problem. But let me go ahead and hop over here. Hi, Solo. Okay, let's see. Can you see me? I need to move it up just a little bit. There we go. Can you guys hear me on this one? Hopefully I'm all right. Okay, I'm just going to assume you can. So this deodorant is going to be a little more complex. I have a few ingredients I'm adding in just to help with the consistency or the viscosity of it. So that way I can get it in these little rollers to work better for the deodorant. And if this doesn't work, we'll just continue doing it in the little container. So this one, since I am adding quite a few more ingredients, I'm going to use a double boiler to get the ingredients melted and combined together. And so I'll go over a little bit of what I'm going to put in it, and then I'll turn the camera down and we'll get that going. So first of all, this one is going to have a few extra things. Now, the last one just had those 4 ingredients. This one, I'm going to include a couple other ones. Oops. And so one of those first things I'm going to be including in this set of deodorant is going to be a little bit of shea butter. It's not a lot. This one actually only has a tablespoon of it, and so not a whole lot at all. But that's going to add to it. There we go. The next one I'm adding is the candilla. I'm saying it wrong. Candela wax. Anyways, this is a plant-based wax. You could use beeswax or something like that too. This is really just to help hold it together. Let's see. Now we're going to be putting in coconut oil. Coconut oil has some amazing antimicrobial and antibacterial properties. This is really going to help with killing off, the bacteria that causes stink with deodorant. Now, my deodorant, one of the things I had to get used to is there's no antiperspirant in it. There are some ingredients that help to soak up some of that moisture, but there's not an antiperspirant, and that's on purpose. Let's see. So a couple other oils in this one in conjunction with the coconut oil, though, is I'm going to be using a little bit of rice bran oil in this one. You could also use an avocado oil, olive oil, or something like that. In the other one, I use arrowroot, and I'm going to be doing that one in this one as well. So the arrowroot was going to help soak up the moisture and keep you dry there. And so you can also use a cornstarch if you want. Let's see. Oh, baking soda. Got up here. So of course, baking soda. We'll be putting that in. That's the base, and that's going to help again with killing off any bad smells, odors, anything like that you got going on. So we'll do baking soda, a couple different essential oils, and so you're going to do a tea tree oil, and in this one I'm going to include some sandalwood for mine. You could do whatever you like, but essential oils and a little bit of bentonite clay. And so this is really good for your skin, even though it's under the arm still. It's going to help pull out toxins and do all that good stuff. So we're going to go ahead and hop right on in here. I'm going to move the camera down and get it on here. 5 by 5. Okay, cool. Yep, you're good. Thank you, guys. Awesome. Matt, did you? Oh, yeah. All right. So let's come in here. And I'll post this recipe in the description. It'll have to be a little later tonight. There we go. First, I'm using my little stove. I do have my window cracked and my monoxide detector on anytime you're doing anything inside. Tonight, I'm going to do it with the butane instead of the propane. And so I just put my little canister in there, lock that down like that. We'll get this going. Okay. And we're going to do it in a double boiler. That way we can not burn it, just melt it in there nicely. And so we'll put our pan on with a little bit of water. That flame sounds interesting. Huh. Yeah, I don't know if you hear it. Okay, anyways, so we're going to bring this up to a boil. There we go. And then right inside the pan, I'm going to put in a glass bowl. Just like that. And while this heats up, I'm going to go grab a pot holder real quick so I can set my pan on it. We'll be right back. Okay. There we go. All right. Now, while this is going, we're going to be melting our oils, our butters, and all that in here. So the first thing I am going to add is my shea butter. There it is. And so this is just some pure, unrefined, raw shea butter. And I'm only adding a tablespoon in here. I'm not making a huge batch. I believe it's been, what, 2, maybe 3 weeks since I did my deodorant? I'm actually not sure how long that lasts. However that long that was, though, that's how much it lasted. So anyone that's curious that did that recipe or thinking about it, it's about how long. Now, I want the water to just be at a kind of a soft, steady boil, not a crazy one. Let's use my hands. My hands are clean. I'm not going to eat it anyways. Yeah. All right. And it looks like we got about 11 people in here right now. That is awesome. Y'all rock. Make sure you give me a thumbs up or thumbs down, I guess, if you like. If you would, it helps out. Okay, got the shea butter in there. I'm now going to want to go ahead and add my candelia wax. This down a little bit. This stove really gets going. Oh, I'm turning it up. That's why. There we go. All right. So we're going to add our wax now. And of this, I want 1.5 tablespoons. And this one comes just in the little pellets. So I'll add 1.5 in there. There we go. And moving on, we're going to want to do 1/2 cup of the coconut oil. There we go. And I know I probably shouldn't dip this in there, but I'm going to. And we'll do 1/2 cup here. And hopefully everyone can see. Sorry. I'm going to contaminate this a little bit with this spoon, but that's what I'm using it for. So we're going to do about 1/2 cup here. Get that going before everything's melting down too much in my double boiler. And so this really makes the base of it. Let's see. That's probably too much. All right. That might be a little bit too much. That's okay. There we go. So we got our coconut oil in there. And we need 1 tablespoon of the bran oil or olive oil or avocado oil, whatever you'd like to use. This is just what I have. Okay. We're going to do a tablespoon of that. Now, this recipe is my own. I did a little bit of research. I found a couple recipes and kind of mismatched some together. So we're going to see how this one turns out and if I actually like it or not. Okay. And then the essential oils. I'm going to go ahead and add those in now too. You can add them at the end or whenever, but I'm going to add them now. Tea tree oil. There we go. About that much. What about 10 drops of that? Now, some of the recipes I saw really called for a lot of essential oils. Some of them said like 60 drops. I'm not going to do quite that much. I do know when I did the coconut oil in my last deodorant, it was really strong coconut smell. I thought I had overdone it with the essential oils, but I think I could have added quite a bit more. Yeah, and I can smell that sandalwood. That smells really good. You could use orange or lavender, whatever you like. But my beard oils that I've been using are, I think like redwood or cedar or something. So we're just going to let that melt. That might take a moment. Let me see if we got any comments while that's going. Solo's right here in case I drop something. Yep. And it's actually getting hot in here. So I'm going to crack this window a little bit more. It was. There we go. How interesting. You guys watching things melt. Yeah, so we're going to get this one going. And you won't get to see me put it in the little tube. It does take, about overnight or so to set up. Yeah. I hope your guys' evening's going good. I hope everyone's got a good evening planned. Maybe had a good dinner, watching a good movie inside. This candelia wax doesn't seem to be melting too good. We'll let that keep going for a minute. I might come over and sit on chat for a minute. Let me try and get that wax to really melt. So everything else is melted in there. It smells good. Okay. I'm going to let that melt down a little bit. And actually, while that's doing that, we might move on to the mouthwash. So let me turn this a little bit. And we can do some mouthwash right over here while that's doing its thing, hopefully. The mouthwash is really, really easy. So let's just scoot this over a little bit. Mouthwash is really easy, and we're adding another ingredient. And this was actually Verna's suggestion. Hey, Nick's in here. Good to see you, Nick. Howdy. We're making a slightly more complex deodorant tonight. And then right now we're doing another mouthwash. So I got some sumac, some red sumac. Verna had suggested that for the mouthwash. And actually, it looks like it's good for a lot of things. I've never used it. Here it suggests it for tea. A lot of people use it cooking and things like that. It says it's really high in vitamin C, good for immunity, contains antioxidants for cellular protection, gallic acids, and antimicrobial compounds. Yeah, so anyways, I didn't really know how to use this, especially in a mouthwash. And so actually, let me show you what it looks like. So I decided to make it into a tea and then use some of that tea in the mouthwash is what I'm going to do. And, oh, there it is. And so I'll show you. It smells really strong. Actually, it's not off-putting, but it's not, I don't know, very different. I guess they use it a lot in Turkey, Iran, it says, places like that. So it is very strong smelling. When I make it into a tea, it actually smells a lot like a V8 to me. And so that's what I have here. I was not wild about the tea itself. Kind of sweet, kind of a berry taste. Anyways, we're going to be adding that. And so this is melting pretty quickly. So let's get moving on. First thing I got here is my rinsed out swing top bottle. And I do have the link to these on my other videos. I'll put it on this one too at the end. But we're just going to take that, and it looks like this is almost melted. So let me move along. And my funnel, and we want to get some purified or some filtered water. Let's see how well we can see that there, kind of. And you're going to fill your bottle up most all of the way. The mouthwash is pretty much all water. Now this one feels very clean. I've used a peppermint in the last one, peppermint essential oil, and I really, really liked it. Really good mouthwash. And so this one, we're going to do the same thing. We're just adding a little bit of the red sumac. And so there we go. Oh, I should have had the powder first. That's okay. All right. And so this one's going to get a tablespoon of baking soda to it as well. And let me get another spoon here. All right, well, I got a teaspoon here. So 3 teaspoons equals 1 tablespoon. Stir that. There you go. All right, so 3 teaspoons equals 1 tablespoon. So the ingredient that's going to help really to kill stuff in the mouthwash is the baking soda. And so I'm going to need 3 of these. We'll do my little hand funnel since I got my other one all wet. Now, the baking soda in the mouthwash isn't really a real abrasive like the toothpaste kind of is. Now, I do have to say my teeth have never been whiter and never felt cleaner than using that toothpaste. But just because I think I probably might need some fluoride and some other things, I'm not going to quit doing the store-bought toothpaste altogether. Okay, now in my last one, I had done peppermint essential oil. And this one, I'm going to do a little bit of that. I'm going to do the peppermint and the sumac. I don't know how that's going to taste. We'll find out. This one may be a bust, but I'll let you know on the next stream. Here we go. So I did 10 drops of peppermint oil. And that's where I had stopped on the last one. However, on this one, I'm going to go ahead and add the red sumac too. Red sumac tea. Woo, that filled up. All right, so I'm not doing a ton of it, just a little bit. It smells good. Looks like the deodorant's almost done. So take that, we'll give it a shake. And you can see, and cloudy kind of has got a purplish tint to it. I'm going to let that sit, and we'll try that out before the end of the stream. Let's set that aside. And this deodorant is just about all melted. So we'll be adding our dry ingredients here. Let me scoot over. Avalov, hey, good to see you. Welcome back. Awesome. We got a couple people in here. So I actually was considering canceling the stream again just because we had our date night. I didn't know how long that was going to take. My wife suggested that I do the stream after anyways. She's really good at keeping me on. Okay, so that is all melted. I'm going to turn this off. There we go. And just for safety, I'm going to pop the canister and take that out. So I absolutely love this little stove. It uses either propane or the butane there. Okay, so let me move the camera over. Solo, excuse me. He's right here on the floor. There we go. Okay. All right, so in here so far, we got shea butter, candadillo wax, coconut oil, bran oil, tea tree essential oil. I put in the sandalwood. Smells good. And so now we're going to go ahead and add some of our dry ingredients to it. So to this, I actually need a whole cup of arrowroot. Are you having fun stomping the pillow over there, Solo? Oh, my cup measure is dirty. Let me grab another one. Oops, sorry. Okay. Never quite as prepared as I would like. All right. So we're going to be adding dry ingredients. And now I'm going to go ahead and add arrowroot. Arrowroot powder, or you could use cornstarch. Again, this is going to help to soak up moisture. It also has some other really good properties. So I want a whole cup of that. And so let's see. This is a half cup here. So we'll put in a half and a full. There we go. And I'm going to stir that up. And y'all are just, I haven't done this before. Again, it's a new recipe. So we'll try it out and then I'll give review/feedback, next week and in the future. Let everyone know how it goes. Laundry detergent's been great. I've absolutely loved that. Okay, I want to get this mixed in real good before we add our next ingredient. Quite a few more ingredients than the 4-ingredient one we started with. All right, arrowroot's in. Now I need 2 tablespoons of the baking soda. We just had that. And I got my teaspoon here, so we're going to add 6 of these. 3 tablespoons or 3 teaspoons is 1 tablespoon. That mixed in real good. So now we got 6 of the baking soda. Some people are sensitive to baking soda, and so they don't use it. 2, 3. If you are, there are lots of recipes that don't use it, that use other things. I think some of them go heavier maybe on the bentonite clay, I believe, or different things like that. Baking soda is an excellent antibacterial, I believe, antimicrobial. It gets rid of all that. So if you haven't tried it before, maybe try a little bit and see how that reacts to you. Some people are real sensitive to it. I'm not. It doesn't really affect me. So there we go. Arrowroot baking soda. We already got essential oils. The only other thing to add, I believe, is the bentonite clay. So this here is bentonite clay, food grade fossil power. So this is calcium montmorillonite. That. So this is a therapeutic clay. It says people use it for masks or things like that. May help alkalize the body. No filters, binders, nothing like that. Helps draw out toxins. So this is the particular reason I'm including this one in my deodorant, is to help draw out toxins. Now, I didn't have a huge problem with odor. I know depending on your diet, that sometimes that can be a good place to start. I'm also allowing myself to sweat now, whereas the store-bought deodorants have the antiperspirants, which a lot of times is a aluminum they put in it, and I was trying to get away from that. So by feeling the sweat more, kind of made me worried that I was smelling or it wasn't working. That took a little bit of getting used to, but okay. So I need 1 tablespoon of bentonite clay. I'm just going to use the one I had in the baking soda. I'm not doing so good on the not cross-contaminating, but so 1, 2, 3. Now this one's, the consistency of this deodorant should be a lot firmer. It should be able to go in a stick form, like kind of like that. And that's the goal. I don't mind the other one at all. It actually really isn't an issue. And to be honest, I might have just stayed with that other deodorant. But I'm going to explore, do a little bit of experimenting and all that. So the bentonite clay is making this kind of a gray. It definitely isn't very pretty. It looks kind of like mud in my double boiler there. So I'm going to stir this up really good. We're going to let it sit here for a few. I'm going to try out the mouthwash, let everyone know how that is. And then we're going to hop into chat for some more questions, comments, just a little bit of fellowship before I end the stream for the evening. Now, we will be back in the morning. Again, I plan on I think our times are going back and forth a little bit right now. I apologize if that's inconvenient, but I believe tomorrow we should be on at about 9:30 in the morning. I would like to try and hit the hardware store to buy some of the ingredients for Seed Start Mix. So I'm going to see if I can't do that tomorrow. Okay. Just about got this mixed up real good. Just want to make sure it's good consistency. Give it a smell. So it smells good. Doesn't smell like coconut at all. And that was something I was trying to avoid. Smells like that bentonite clay a little bit. And then, of course, like my sandalwood. So that's nice. I actually think I might add just a little bit of more of the tea tree oil. And then I'll hop back over to comments. I see there's a few. So I'm going to put a little bit more tea tree oil. And this is not very attractive, I know. That's all right. Okay. So I'm going to let this set up in here for a few. I'm going to grab the mouthwash and we'll switch over cameras real quick. There we go. Now that kind of looks like poo. Sorry. It doesn't look that bad in person, I promise. Okay, let me look at comments for a quick minute. Yeah, butane stoves rock. I love it. I like to try and have multiple fuel sources. And actually, my wife was showing me a really cool TikTok video. I considered doing this one on, but I didn't. And basically what they did was they took the muffin tin pan and just put tea light candles in that, and then put their pot right on top of it and lit it. And so, you know, of course, with the little cutouts of the muffin things or whatever, that allows the air to get down in there and up under the pot. And that made a really good stove for them. Okay, so I'm going to show this. Now, these are some of my old kombucha bottles, but I don't know how well that's showing. So it's kind of a purple almost. And let me smell it. Smells really good. I'm glad I added peppermint too. Let's see, I'm done my coffee, so I'm actually going to take a swig. Now, in the morning when I do this, I try and just pour it in my mouth, or actually I have a little shot glass in the bathroom that I'll pour it in, so I'm not contaminating the whole thing by putting it on my mouth. I don't have a little shot glass, so oh well. Oh, I like that. Very clean feeling. Now the baking soda is very clean. So when I made the tea, the red sumac tea, it almost smelled like V8, and I didn't really care for the taste like that. It was really strong, but I added about a tablespoon, maybe 2, into this. It tastes like a store-bought, like Listerine, or I don't know. It's actually pretty good. So switching over mouthwash is a winner. Switching over laundry detergent has been a winner. So check those out. Toothpaste, I got to do a little more research on. I just don't want to promote anything that when I started coming across, I like looking in like Reddit streams and, you know, those types of things. And I started coming across a lot of people that were saying it kind of deteriorated the enamel on their teeth and they got cavities. I don't want to be promoting something that's going to harm someone at all in any way, or do myself either. So that one I'm going to back up on and do a little more research. But the deodorant I love. So that first recipe was a winner. This second recipe I'm hoping is a winner too. Next week, I'm trying to stop saying so much, but next week I will tell you the results on this deodorant and on how it's going. And then we're going to move on to actually a different DIY that I'm pretty excited about. Let's see. Cheapest place to buy them and the gas is the Korean grocery stores. Oh, okay. We must have a Korean grocery store around here. I'm not sure where, but I'd have to look that up. That's great advice, though. Thank you. Matt, your live streams are so awesome. Oh, okay. Well, good. I'm glad. I hope so. I feel so nervous. I feel like a wreck. First thing I do when I hop off the stream is I run over to my wife and, was it okay? So my whole point of wanting to do YouTube in the first place and these streams is I really want to convey some of what I'm doing, as well as hopefully some tips, knowledge, get more of that out there and build the community. That's why I tend to focus on the DIY type stuff pretty heavily. I like doing that stuff anyways, though, and building. I hope to do more building projects. I don't know what I'm doing, especially with building, and so I hold back on recording and showing that a lot because I don't know. I feel not confident, I guess, there. I love my builds. Everything I build, I absolutely love, but I just feel very unconfident. So, all right. I agree with Aaron on that. Yeah. Oh, well, thanks. I appreciate it. I don't think so, but you guys make it. I'm glad you're all are here. That's why I keep coming back. Oh, your other phone died. Okay, so that's why you're on here. Well, welcome. Good to see you. How's your new little puppy? I'm curious. And what else does everyone got going on here? See, I know Mr. Landfill's staying warm up there. I know Aaron's watching his GoFundMe. And I'm assuming Christina's getting seeds ready. So you guys got the puppy going there. How are you, Buster? What have you got going on? I know if Nick's still in here, he's got pregnant sheep and all, so he's probably been busy with that. How's the weather been over in Arizona? Has it been cold? I do not make my own beard oil. So actually, for Christmas, my family got me more beard products, which I love. I was out. It was looking crazy and straggly. So beards, if you don't have a beard, it's something I think you do have to keep up with and do oils. So they got me a lot of neat ones. I think it's Duke Cannon. I love the smell. So I'm going to run through that, and then I'm actually going to try and imitate those smells and then make my own after that. So I don't yet, but that's something I will be moving on to. Spoiled, the little puppy's spoiled rotten, huh? Yeah. Yep. Yeah. And so I don't know if you can see up here, I got fodder up there going so far. But this year I really want to start. I think it might be you guys over there at Guidros. I'm not sure, but I saw some of the loofah gourd soaps. And so I want to grow loofahs this year, and I want to try and make some of the soaps. I just think those look really cool. Hey, Psych, what's up? And Age, welcome. So I don't have too much longer on the stream. Probably got about 10 minutes left to go. We just want to go just over an hour. So again, I didn't have a whole lot prepared coming in. I was actually really excited for date night. It had been a long time since me and the wife got to go out and get some dinner alone. And so we ended up, my 15-year-old isn't here all the time. He spends half the time, good amount of time with his other family, but he was able to stay tonight. And so as soon as Shabbat ended, he watched Casey, his younger brother here, babysat, being that he was here. And so that allowed us to get out on a rare opportunity and go on a date. So that was my big exciting thing today. I wasn't thinking too much about my live stream because of that. And so that was really neat. But puppy keeps you on your toes. He's smart. Very few accidents, and honestly, the ones we have had been our fault more than his. Yeah, that's cool. That's awesome. I know there's been times not now, but there's been times that I've had to leave the dogs inside for like 10 hours or so at a time, and they'll make a mess or something. And I tell my wife, you can't be mad at them. If you left me inside for 10 hours without the bathroom, I'd probably mess on the floor too. I guarantee you I would. I might do it on the curtains just out of spite. But if I'm locked in the house and can't get out, or in a bathroom, we got bigger issues. Yeah, I like their scents a lot. So that was a nice one. My beard's newer. I haven't had it too long. I guess it's been a couple years now. But I'm still learning how to grow it in and how to take care of it and all. It still comes in pretty sparse. I don't know if you can tell. I just decided it grows in kind of weird. A lot of people do. A lot of people complain about that. I don't know if it's a blessing or a bad thing, but I just don't care what people think about that type of stuff a lot. And so I grew my beard for my reasons, and I absolutely love it. It's to protect my neck in case someone tries to come at me. Just kidding. That's not why it is. But it does take more work. I definitely have learned it's not like, the head on your hair. It's a little different. So those oils and things, I don't know how I got off on my beard. It is a pretty puppy. Very cool. Yep. All right. Well, let's see here. Does anyone have any other questions? Anything you guys got going on you want to say or all? I'm going to go ahead and pour this, and you guys can post anything you like, and I will pull that up in a moment. But first, let's go ahead and take a quick look at this. Now, it doesn't look too pretty, and it is separating a little bit. So one thing with some of these ingredients and some of the other recipes I read is it does need to sit for about 24 hours, and you need to come in and stir it with a fork or something, a couple times over that period, just to keep it mixed. With doing these homemade deodorants and all, I have noticed the rooms I keep them in make a difference. So one of our bathrooms is very, very cold, and that everything gets very firm in there. If I keep my deodorant in here, like for early morning use, like I did one morning, it will melt all together because I have the baby birds in here. Ooh, we could show those. So this is it. It doesn't look too appealing. Smells wonderful. Has a lot of good things in there to help. Maybe if I take that off the hot water to help me. Smell's been great. I actually think I smelled myself more. It's kind of gross, but when I was using the other deodorant, the store-bought one. So this works really well. And I'm actually just going to let it keep cooling in here. I'm going to be pouring it in here and then also filling up my little containers. So next week on the stream, you guys will get to see the update on that. I am trying to post the standalone videos as well. I don't think Steve's in here either. He wasn't in this morning in Berna's either. I hope Steve's doing all right. He's probably just busy, but that's good. So he had actually suggested that I clip out of these live streams and make those videos. So I got my editing software working again. So I'm going to be doing some of that. I've been going back in my videos and adding in the descriptions, links to the products and to PDFs and website and stuff. I know I've gotten a lot. Hey, there you are. It's just speaking of you. That's all I had to do. Just was hoping you're all right. I didn't catch you in this morning's stream, so I was hoping everything was good. Steve is always late. No, Steve, you're just on time. Well, you're at the end of the stream, so yeah, maybe you're late. So this is what you do. You got to rewatch to make your more complex deodorant and mouthwash if you like, and find out why I'm not using the toothpaste solely. I'm going to show these baby birds. Now, their cage is messy. I need to clean it tonight. That's one of my chores, but that's all right. I'll show them anyways. These baby birds excite me. Now, with the... Oh, I know what I want to talk about real quick. All right, here we go. There's only 5 of them in here from this hatch. But they're feathering out. Let's grab one. We'll take them over. Oh, he's getting away. All right, come with me. I'm going to set this camera down. And we're going to come over here. Oh, and here's a mess. He's a pooping. So, no. All right, he's good. He's not happy, so we'll show him. But they're feathering out. These are the little celadons. All right, you can go back. Messing all over. There we go. So they're fun. Those are 5. Now, with I know they had mentioned that there was imposters in my celadon cage. Yeah, some of them are laying the regular eggs, and so I need to purify the line. Now, I don't have a lot of time to watch them and figure out which ones are laying the blue ones and which ones are laying the regular ones. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a small little cage. I've actually already started it, but it's going to be 3 8-inch by 10-inch small little cages. Yeah, and so my idea is I'm going to put the females in there and let them lay an egg, and then and I'll put a little dirt bath in there, make it fun kind of, and then I'll see which one's which, and then I can start to purify my line there and do some of those genetics. I know Aaron was talking about the genetics earlier. I'm not good about genetics. I understand how it works, I think, better than I am in practice. And so, yeah, but it's fun. I do appreciate, Steve, the chart you had sent me on how to do the line, how to keep, so I'm not getting too much inbreeding and all, how to keep them 2 separate. So I do need to build another cage there. Dang, late. Super late, yeah. Well, maybe you were up doing things. I know Ed right now is watching anime with his wife. That's cool. I never really got into anime, but I also don't get into a lot of things. I think it's cool. Well, I take that back. So the anime I got into, and Ed's not even in here. I don't know if you guys even like it, but yeah, Steve has some really good. And also, Steve, I don't know if I said thank you, but Steve had sent me a couple other things too, an email that I really appreciate that I'm trying to pursue. So there's been some of that. I appreciate it. This community is awesome. It is. It really is. All right, let's see here. So I'm going to be doing that with the quail. That's what's going on there. With chickens, we now in February, late February, I think it is, or in February is when the baby chicks start going on sale around here. Might be late February. And so I'm going to pick up some more egg layer chickens. And then we also got Silkies will be coming. And no rush on that, by the way, this morning, you guys saying, I don't think you forgot. Just take your time on that. Trust me. I got so much going on. When it's convenient for you, it will be convenient for me. But I got some Silky eggs will be coming from Guidro's Family Farm. So they are MPIP certified, and they have quail eggs and chicken eggs and all kinds of poultry. Then this morning they're talking about emus and other things, but and so they have some great eggs. That's where my Celadon line came from that I'm so excited about. We've been including Celadon. So we have a couple quail egg customers. And what I've been doing is I'm trying to switch over from using one sec. I don't know why I'm grabbing them. It's like everyone hadn't seen them. But we've just been using the normal 12 egg little containers. They don't fit the jumbo's eggs very well, and I think they're kind of small. When you're using three quail eggs per chicken egg, 12 of these, that's like 4 chicken eggs, so that's not a whole lot. So I've been trying to switch over and all my customers over to the 18 packs. These actually hold the bigger eggs. The jumbo's a little easier, and it's just easier to sell it this way. So I've been getting a little creative with one of my customers, and then what we've been doing is I've been including some Celadon eggs. So I'll do their normal, they order it by the dozen. So 3 dozen is 2 of these, 4 dozen is, 3, and then I add extra 6 of the Celadon eggs. And so people have been enjoying that. I think it's really neat. There's a tip though, these 18 containers work a lot better. What anime were you into? Oh, well, I was saying Ed in here, he was telling me he wasn't in the stream because he was going to be watching anime with his wife tonight. Did I not mention what I liked? There's Dragon Ball Z. Does that count? That's the only anime I've really gotten into. It moves. It's the same reason I don't play a lot of video games, I think, is the anime just moves so quick. My eyes and brain don't register it that fast. J. Mary, you're here. It's been doing that a lot. It hasn't been alerting me to anyone, so I'm sorry. You can watch and replay if you like, but we'll be on here a few minutes. If it helps. So J. Mary is our community shout out that we're going to be moving on to. I haven't officially started that yet because I want to make sure I give her the due time. And I just got a lot of things going on right now. So we didn't start this week either, so I have to apologize. My goal is next week that we start digging into J. Mary, looking at her website and some of her videos. Now, I was talking earlier about how I did a cooking thing where I got to cook with Katrina earlier today, and that was a ton of fun. So J. Mary has a lot of recipes on hers that I want to be digging into with Farmer Casey. So with all that said, welcome. We haven't started your community shout out yet. I apologize, but we'll be getting there. And so Mr. Landfill saying sometimes if you unsub and resub, it kind of wakes up. Also, if you go in just kind of randomly on some videos or however you like and put in a few comments or a couple extra thumbs ups or things in there, it kind of re-alerts the algorithm that's a channel you like. I've noticed sometimes if I become a little stagnant on them, it doesn't. You're here all the time, though. I don't know. It's just YouTube. It doesn't alert. Now, I follow Frugal Off Grid. I guess I can throw his name out there, and a couple other channels, and they actually send out emails every time they go live. They do for a lot of their videos, too, but not all of them. If you're subscribed, you do get one before they go live. Would that be helpful if I post like Facebook things and maybe send out emails? I don't know. I don't want to flood people's inboxes with stuff, but I can send out alerts when I go live or when I have a new product. Actually, tonight I'm working on a new product. So we have our teas in our that's been going well up on the site. Also, I'm wanting to include some more non-perishable and some other items that I sell. And so I have the cage cards, and we're trying to see. I sent someone I don't know what I hear. I sent someone a little sample of the cage cards, and then actually someone else had bought an order of those. So I'm considering about maybe getting a couple more out to you guys and seeing how you like those. If that's something you like, if it's something maybe I should continue with the cage cards. Let me grab them. They're real simple. It's nothing life-changing or anything like that. It's a little pack, and what you get is the little white dry erase board that's rubber backed and all, and it has a clip that's on there that hangs on the cages, and then markers. I like them. I use them to remind me of this cage needs to be cold. This one is going to this person, or this is phenotype 1, or whatever it may be. Just jot little notes. I like them a lot, so I'm going to be trying to get some of those out there in the quail community to see how you guys like them. And then if they do well, I'll move them to Etsy. But I also have another product I'm working on tonight, quail related, that I haven't seen anyone do. And so I don't want to spoil it. Next week, I should have those on to show you guys. But it's another little quail product, non-perishable, that I think is fun, that hopefully everyone will enjoy. Anyways, there's my little financial spiel. Let's see. Oh, let me go back here just a sec. You just need someone to send me some emu eggs. All right. Yeah. So I don't know if you've ever seen Narrow Way Homestead is another YouTuber I follow. And he actually hatched out an emu egg. It was really, really difficult. Took him forever. It was cool to watch. I don't think the baby emu survived. From what I understand, they're real difficult to do, to hatch and raise from little babies. I don't think it survived, but it was cool to watch him do that. Yeah, so if anyone out there has an emu egg, you could send that to Guidros Farms. There is also a GoFundMe for goats. Hatching time cage. All right. So what did Andy say? Because I actually wanted to bring up hatching time cage. Hatching time cage, someone gave me, you're using to test your cell downs. Okay, yeah, that's what I was saying. So that's actually the idea. Hatching time cages seem really expensive. There's some things I like about them and some I don't. Now, I don't have one. I've looked into them. I'm really curious, but the cage I want to build to do my celadons for that purpose, I actually was kind of looking at the hatching time, how they have the smaller little sets, and that's kind of what I was going to model it on. I really like my Winolas. To be honest with you, that blue celadon cage I built, though, the best cage. I love it. So the way it's built with the ledges and all, the poop doesn't get caught. It all falls down. When I change out the tray, I can switch it from egg rollout to flat bottom just with the little hooks, just like that. And actually those side panels that I have that kind of float on there, they fall down when it's down. And when I push it up, they come up. So I don't have to worry about catching the quail toes or anything. The tray is really deep and everything falls right in it. There's no waste anywhere around it that falls out. The J feeder's great, no feed waste. I really, really like that cage. I most certainly am going to put up PDF and all that on it. Oh, okay. He's a neat guy. Sometimes a little rough, but aren't we all? Yeah, I actually... I've seen you over there, Mr. Landfill. Yeah, I actually see you on a lot of the streams that I follow, which is funny. It just tells me we're kind of on that same path, huh? He does a lot. Now, if you guys haven't seen John Frugal Off Grid, I don't have, a lot to do with him, I guess. I watch his channel. I talk to him every now and then, but he's over here in Arizona. That guy, I started watching him when he quit his grocery store job with, I think he's $6,000, bought 2 acres in the middle of nowhere of raw land. He had his van that he lived in. He drove it out there. He dragged a big container of canned goods out into the desert and I think buried them. And now he has horses and a water tower and the whole shebang. It's a whole homestead. Really cool though. Yeah, I don't monitor anything very closely. I'm really bad. Yeah, I apologize a lot of times. If I don't comment or catch your guys' comments or emails or things right away, I say bug me. You're not actually bugging me, but it's hard for me to focus. Yeah. So I have Facebook. I got rid of it for a while. I restarted it with doing YouTube and trying to get in social media. Like I said, my wife does Instagram and TikTok for us. I don't have those on my phone. I don't like those apps, I'll be honest with you. I know they're cool. I know everyone says you can make money on it and everyone loves them. It's not on my phone. Yeah, I found out, I don't know if this is true, but someone told me at least our state fair, you get the big state fair turkey legs that are like this big. I mean, they're huge. And someone told me those are actually emu legs. They're not turkey legs, the really massive ones. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what someone told me. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. There's just some features on it. When I first started looking at cages, and I did look at them a lot, I wasn't wild about them. Aaron wants a king. Aaron wants a lot of animals. That's funny. You sound a lot like me. I keep telling my wife all the animals I want, and she tells me no. I don't know if I've ever wanted a kangaroo, though. I had a buddy from Australia that lived here on a visa and ended up moving back. But we had another buddy hit a deer on the road and was, of course, complaining about it. And it's a big deal, kind of. And my buddy tells me that's nothing, or tells him that's nothing. He said, try hitting a kangaroo and they'll jump up and take the whole top of your car off. I don't know if you've ever seen the videos of them. They're buff. They'll fight you. Maybe Aaron wants to fight a kangaroo. I don't know. Oh, Buster was saying that Aaron wants it. Okay. 3 of your special cages would do just as well as the hatching time. Yeah. Yeah, just a divider. So mine holds 10, 12 birds, depending on if they're jumbo or not max. That blue one I built, I think it's a really good cage. I do want to make them stackable, maybe. There's 2 of them. I've thought about hanging one above it. Now, my quail shack, I am limited on space. The quail shack is 8 foot by 6 foot and 6 foot tall. So it's not bad, but it's a little smaller. But I thought about hanging a cage above that one, like building the same type, but instead of on legs, hanging it, a lot like Zach does with his cages. By the way, I know Zach's redoing his barn. I'm curious to see if he shows us some of that Wednesday. They look like big rats. That is one thing we don't have here, even though I'm in the urban homestead, is there's no rats. Not that I see, at least. I'm sure, maybe downtown and all. Rats. What? Oh, you said I'm a puppy pick. I must have missed. Did I say emu? Oh, okay, ostrich. Maybe those legs are ostrich at the state fair. Oh, yeah, you got to put your foot down. Well, you do got to draw a line somewhere, and I can't blame you for drawing the line at kangaroo. That's pretty far. Most people draw the line at cat or dog, but you guys have far more than that. So I think that would be reasonable. Maybe drawing the line at kangaroo. That sounds very reasonable. Goat, sheep, and a kangaroo. Not asking for much. That's awesome. Let's see. And so my wife wants a goat, a cow, a pig, and a horse just to start. Yeah, I think so. So I know we want goat right away for milk. Hopefully that's sooner than later. We do want bees pretty quick. I want to do tilapia or another kind of fish. I mentioned a couple times, I think I did last week's stream too. One of the very first things I ever built before I started animals, gardening, got into anything, was actually a aquaponics system where I had fish and vegetables. And I want to build that on a bigger scale with an IBC tote and do fish. And so I think it'd be great. Tilapia, I think, is kind of where everyone starts, a good hardy one. But I want to do that. I want to do sheep. I want to do the droper lambs. I believe that's the kind that Nick has there. I'd love to do Highland cattle. They're or Dexter cows, I think, the smaller ones. That would be awesome. Of course, this needs land. I'm losing my voice. Oh, jeez. Yuck. Yeah, I could see it. Zach may be live tomorrow. Okay, that's right. It's Sunday. So those ones are hard for me to catch, but I'll have to catch that. But I had a couple questions for Verna. I was hoping to ask her in here tonight, but that's okay. We can ask those future day. I think I am actually on Verna's stream too, I believe, coming up this next week as well. So I think that's the plan. If so, that should be a lot of fun. But yeah. Well, a little tangent. I always plan to shoot for an hour, about end at about an hour and a half. So we got I'll go another 9 minutes and then we'll end. We got about 13 people in here, so that's awesome. So I know right now with this Arctic blast, probably talking about seeds and starting garden is probably the last thing on a lot of people's mind. Now's the best time to be seed saving and all. Getting that going. Yep. Hey, I'll show this. I know what. So I put a little video, a little shorts up. You may have seen, may not. Some people did. And so I've been playing. The one video game I have been playing a little bit every now and then is Fallout. I think it's a lot of fun. I think it's a good way of taking a break from this crazy world into the peaceful land of Fallout. Just kidding. Anyways, because of that, I kind of have been looking at uranium glass a lot, and I thought it was really interesting. And so I decided maybe this is something I'd like to start collecting. Anyways, I got my first piece, and it's a pendant. Well, it focuses. It's a little glass pendant. Now, uranium glass was made in the 30s, 40s, 50s, I believe. And it was used, they put uranium in it to color it. And so it will glow kind of a green color. Now, this one has some other things in it as well. And the way you can tell is you hit it with a UV light. So it's not glow in the dark or anything like that, but it's reactive. So when you hit it with the UV light, I don't know how well that's going to show on camera. Let's see, let's do this. So it glows bright green, and it's kind of not showing very well. You might be able to see it a little bit. Oh, let's see. Well, Matt, I have a Zoom Bible study to go to, so I'm going to call it a night. That's a good reason. Yep. Good night, everyone. Be careful in this crazy weather. Yeah. Hey, have a good one, J. Mary. Thanks for showing up. I appreciate it very much, and I hope that Bible study goes great. That is awesome. And so, and yeah, and so I collected this one. There's all kinds of pieces. I'd like to get some others. Now, they have varying levels of uranium in them. Most of them, hardly anything at all. I mean, this is probably less radioactive than a banana. But supposedly, like Mr. Landfill's saying, you can do it with the black light. Also, the Geiger counters, little radiation counters, sometimes will ping or will go up when you get near uranium glass. So that's something I thought was really cool. And now I'm going to tell you something that everyone, you're going to think I'm a horrible prepper now. So I'm a little bit of a prepper. Anyone that doesn't know, you probably know. I don't have a Geiger counter. I have a whole Fallout box. I got iodide, and I got, the masks and bags and tape and all that. I got shelter. We'll just leave it at that. I don't have a Geiger counter. So I've looked at them a lot, and you can get cheap ones and you can get expensive ones. I've done a lot of reading on it. I guess a lot of them don't work, the less ones. Some of them get really up there. So I don't know if you have a Geiger counter, if you have suggestions as to which ones work. That'd be something I would like to get. I listen to the Uranium Fever song a lot, the Geiger counter in my hand. Anyways, I think it's fun. So I'm not monetized on here, and I've actually thought about coming on and playing some music, some songs I like, since I don't really care if I get copyright claims. But yeah. So uranium glass. It's a lot of fun. All right. I got some uranium ore. Oh, wow. To test the Geiger counter. And you get nothing from it. Okay. That's kind of what I've gotten, is that unless you spend a lot on the Geiger counters, they may not work. I don't know. It's something I'd have to research a little bit more. You got nothing from the Geiger counter, though. But I'm assuming if there was a big problem, probably a lot of them would work. probably your camera starts getting little spots, then you know. Okay, defective ore. That's really interesting. So I know Bob, I don't know if he's still in here, but or if he's in here, but he had mentioned on the video about that and about kind of the dark side of it too. About the uranium girls and all that. So I kind of went in, or radium girls. Anyway, so I went in and did some research on that, and that's kind of scary stuff. So yep. But oh, it does work fine. Okay. So do what kind of Geiger counter do you have? Is it an investment one, or is it one that would be affordable just for anyone to grab? It's something I'd like to add into my Fallout box. You never know. Here in New Mexico, where I'm at, we have Los Alamos Labs, we have White Sands Missile Range, we have Sandia Labs, Manzano Hollow Mountains, and all the nuclear facilities. Albuquerque kind of sits in a little horseshoe of nuclear projects and stuff. So New Mexico had a huge part in building the nuclear weapons and testing them out here at White Sands. We have a lot of history of nuclear stuff here in New Mexico. The mountain that's just behind me, not more than 20-minute drive, actually is hollow, and they have huge doors on it, and it has it's a nuclear silo. That's the end of the Manzano Mountains there. Yeah, I got a little bit bigger of a crowd than I thought. I'm always surprised. You guys rock though. So I am gonna put out, I know I say every week, but I have been working on my video footage and did get the editing software working good enough. And then I'm going to take Steve's ideas and just try and extract some of my live streams and put those out as standalone videos. So hopefully some of that's coming out. I do want to do more with my DIY projects. I really liked, I've mentioned a few times, but how Katrina did her cook with her thing. And so I've thought about doing a build with me type thing where maybe I find some projects that can be done in an hour or two in a sitting. Either quail related or maybe like no mess quail feeders or incubator projects or different ones that I can do, and put out a list of items that people need to get first. And then if you so choose, you can sign up for that and get those items and then join me and we'll build something together. I'm not sure exactly what that is yet. If anyone has something they would like, you can leave it in the comments here or after, and we can do that for sure. But I am going to hop off here in just a moment. Looks like about 2 minutes. Anything else anyone would like to throw into the stream we can address or anything like that. Otherwise, I will be saying goodbye for the evening. Me and Casey plan on being on tomorrow morning about 9:30 a.m. Mountain Time. And so we're going to do some of that, talk about seeds a little bit. If I can get that soil, then we may end up making our seed start soil tomorrow. So we may do that. That should be a lot of fun. Next week, I plan on being on live stream again on Saturday, Urban Homestead Chat with Matt. On that one, we're going to dig into community shout out a little bit more and do a few cooking things, a couple other DIYs. It should be fun. And we'll plan that one out a little bit better. So other than that, there's not a ton of people in here, so I am going to say goodbye to everyone really quick. And if you're not in here anymore, thanks for coming. If you are, there you go. So, Mr. Landfill, it's a pleasure having you in here, sir. As always, I'll have to make you a moderator or something if you wanted. I don't know. We got Kelly, Feathered Connections. Thank you for showing up. Renegade Black Sheep. Buster, Ed was in here. Let's see who else. Andy. Nikki with Short Pickens, Guidro's Farm. We got Aaron and Christina, I believe. Who else came in tonight? So I know Spice Life, of course. Thank you, babe. Nikki over at Arizona Highlands stopped in. Hello, and thank you for that. I'll make sure I don't miss anyone. Abba Love, thank you. And let's see. Psych, UNH, I hope you guys have a wonderful evening. Steve, it is good to see you. Thanks for stopping in, even if it is late. That works. Just make sure I didn't miss anyone. And J. Mary, of course, I don't think you're in here anymore, but thank you. All right, I think I got everyone. If I missed you, I apologize. Oh, that's not too bad. 95 on eBay. Okay. For a Geiger, and there you put it, the GQ. Thank you very much, Mr. Landfill. I appreciate that. On Amazon also. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, that'll be something to look into. Yeah, that'll be something I'll look at. You guys all rock. Thank you very much. Stay strong. Do the things. Till next time, we will see you then. So you guys have a good evening and stay warm. Let's see. There we go. Did I stop it?